Hello again, back with more life lessons for the heart. And take that heart part seriously by a Christian Dr. Seuss. Did you know God is for you? Oh, off the top of your head, you might say sure. But please, let's give it a moment and give it some thought. You are his specialty, one of a kind. You have your very own design. With love, he crafted you with a special plan in mind. A plan he is sure to lead you to and see to it you find. Now let's get honest and real about God. Is he capable of a mistake? Is it possible for him to lie? Okay, so let's use our head and do some concluding, because he ain't lying and God ain't fooling. He has said he loves you. Personally, I think he's so delighted. He enjoys who you are. So who are you to swim against the tide? Go with the flow. Believe his words on purpose if you must. Now, I personally call that pushing truth. Very much on purpose. Because only there will you find a wonderful relationship of trust. Believe he is for you. Trust in his love. Through the thorns and thistles of this life, you won't escape. You can walk above. Let's continue our talk. You have your very own design. Do you know the problems that we humans have? We have such subjective views of ourselves, right? Do you know the depth of that deception? We don't even think to challenge those thoughts in our head or the emotions that lead us straight to our bed. In our pride, we don't even contest those perceptions. Nothing about them even comes into question. Not smart. He crafted you. He didn't have a cauldron of attributes randomly throwing them together and then sending you to earth with no plan in mind. Crafting is not random. Crafting is not thoughtless. God's word says, comparing ourselves among ourselves is not wise. That means foolish. You are you. Can you not just settle, but truly embrace that? Now let's talk about the plan that he is sure to lead you to and see to it that you find. It doesn't necessarily mean by next Thursday afternoon. You discover the plan. Over time, you'll know the things that you have a passion for, what you enjoy doing, even gifts that you take so for granted. My dear, it was by God that these were planted. I'm going to give you an earthly example of that. I have a friend who is very, very creative. The way she doodles, just naturally, it would take me an hour of concentrated effort to replicate that. She doesn't even realize it's a gift put there by God's design. And your purpose, your plan will come in its appointed time. Now, in the Amplified version of the Bible, the verse in Habakkuk 2, verse 3 says, "The vision I have given you is for an appointed time. Though it tarry, wait earnestly for it. It will not deceive, it will not disappoint, and it will not come behind its appointed time." Now, you're not going to find that time in the clock or the calendar. It's His time. Now, are you getting the idea that you were personally crafted? And why would we even consider comparing ourselves among ourselves? God thinks it's okay for you to be you. So the wise thing to do, well, how about you embracing you? Think about that. Embrace yourself. Now, onto some more concluding. If you get the feeling I'm digging in your closet and throwing out garments you insist on wearing but don't fit, you're right. So let's hit the pride thing. I'm sure you never thought of it this way, but just for fun, let's play. Imagine yourself standing right here at the X. You know, like when you're in the mall, you are here with all your self-talk and views and who you think is you. Saturated with opinions, I might add. Now look over to your right, because you want to be right-wise with God. There stands God. He knows your design and thinks His work is just fine. It's your moment of truth. Who will you believe? It's a humble thing to drop your pride and take His side. Hearts filled with lousy patterns take time to reshape. Perhaps ask Him the steps He would have you take. See, that's the relational part. That's the life lived with God. Take some time and think this through. Who will you believe? God or you? This choosing thing is taking us a long way, isn't it? Okay, but remember, these words are for your heart.